Hello and welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 2008's Prom Night, which was directed by Nelson McCormick. I'm your co-host Alec.
I'm Eric.
I didn't think an hour and a half could feel so long.
Yeah.
It's funny because last week when we spun it, we're like, I haven't seen this. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I think we were working in the theater when this was being promoted or whatever.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we were working at Hoyt's in Simsbury, and yeah, I remember the cardboard standee that was in the lobby that we set up for this. And I think it was you could go in it and take a picture or something, and it would scream. Do you remember that?
I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I totally forgot that until right this second. Yeah, man, because you and I, we worked at this movie theater, so we'd set up the standees for Transformers or Spider-Man 3 or whatever the big movies were in 2006, 7, 8.
B movie.
B movie was there, yeah.
I was only there for 7 or 8 months.
Dude, I worked there for 5 years. I'm like, holy crap. But yeah, so yeah, Prom Night was one of them, where it was this big scary one that actually had sound effects and stuff. And I'm assuming that's where the budget went, to promotion, not to this making this movie.
That and the first aerial shot of the movie was a third of the budget.
I mean, yeah, back then it was a helicopter for sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, full disclosure, while we're talking, I'm a little under the weather. That's why I sound like this. So let's talk about Prom Night. I don't feel good.
Well, I mean, yeah, this probably won't make you feel better. Dude, this movie has I think it's a 3 on IMDb. And yeah, that makes sense actually.
Box office wise, it made its money back times 2 almost. It cost $20 million to make, and they made 50 something million.
I think they just tricked people. I mean, there's nobody that left this. This wasn't a word of mouth movie. I don't feel like. I think this was everybody saw it right when it came out, and they're like, that was pretty bad. And then they were able to make enough money. It was number 1 at the box office the first weekend it came out. So
that's horrible.
Yeah.
So this was a remake of a 1980s movie with Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Yeah, so the remake came out in 1980. I don't really think that one was that well received either. I don't even remember that one. But
I didn't know that existed. I thought this was the only Prom Night until I started watching it and looking things up.
Oh. Yeah, no, there is another one. I don't think I've seen it either. I don't know much about it, but I don't know. It kind of looked like a pretty generic slasher. The poster looks cool. And there's actually been 4 sequels to that one. So
to the 1980 one?
Yeah.
Stop it, really?
Yeah. So
okay.
But yeah, no, it came out in 1980. That one was a $1.5 million budget, and that one made $14 million. So they're like, all right, let's make a couple sequels. Apparently, the second one is actually pretty good. That's the best of all of the Prom Nights, which I haven't seen that one either.
Okay. Is Jamie Lee Curtis still in that one?
I don't think so.
Oh.
So we lose her. This movie, though, it just felt like one of the most soulless slashers I've ever seen. There's just no, not that you need gore, but there's no, it's PG-13. So let's start there.
Yeah.
That's why this movie is very difficult to pull off scary. But it's just there's just nothing there. We know who the killer is right from the start. He doesn't even hide his face, really. He's just stalking these girls. We don't really even know why. He just has a crush on Brittany Snow. And he's like, well, I got to kill everybody to get to her. It's just kind of not scary.
There was no they were once kind of a teacher student relationship. There was nothing of that really.
No, he's just a creep. And she's just you fucking killed my entire family. And now you're coming back to kill my friends. It's it almost seems like they took it out of Michael Myers, that kind of style where they're oh, he killed the family. Now he's back for her. But it's not scary because this guy's a fucking not Victoria's Secret, a GQ model. He's this, he's not a scary looking guy.
Can I tell you what I thought when I was watching the opening scene when she finds her family all murdered and is dreaming?
Yeah.
I thought for 1 minute when the dad was laying on the couch or on the floor that he was drunk, covered in barbecue sauce, and that was going to be the reveal. He's not really stabbed or anything. He's just Dad, you need to get it together. He says, I'm sorry, honey.
It's the mom taking pictures of putting in court Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
He beat the kid, and the kid's all covered in barbecue sauce too.
Oh my god!
That's what she came home to. But this guy killed the whole family to get there. It's that's not how you. I don't know. This is messed up.
So yeah, the movie starts with this flashback where Brittany Snow comes back to her house, finds the dad dead, finds the brother dead, which is whoa, they killed a kid in the first 5 seconds. You mean he's already dead, but wow. And then they kill the mom in front of Brittany Snow. She gets away, but then the bad guys outside and gets her and blah, blah, blah. It was a dream. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, I wish this fucking movie was all a dream. But
Yeah.
so then we jump to whatever, 4 years later. This was 2004 when this teacher killed all of her family and she escaped. And now she's living with her uncle and aunt.
And she's in the flashback, she's wearing like this pink jacket that's like it screams 2004. It was funny. I was like, oh man, they got the outfits right at least.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, before we get into the plot, the one thing that I really, like, actually loved about this movie is it takes place in 2008. We were at prom in 2008, which I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. But the one thing I really noticed, which I'm just so nostalgic for, is, like, nobody was on their phones.
No, not one phone. I think the only ones on the phones were the cops, and they didn't even have iPhones. It was like straight up like flip phones.
Yeah, and, like, people say, like, oh, yeah, like, you guys don't remember what it was like before the internet. It's like, we really do, guys. Like, I
Yeah, we
mean,
really do.
like, people weren't buried in their phones at prom. They were present. They were enjoying each other for the last time. But it's just such a different world now. Like, prom in 2018 versus prom in 2008, it's totally different. You
Yeah.
know? Like, the dads had digital cameras when they're taking pictures and stuff. Like, that was what it was. People weren't taking pictures on their phones.
My mom actually brought to my prom a wind-up camera.
What do you mean? Like a disposable one that you...
Yeah,
Oh,
disposable
yeah,
one.
yeah.
And I was like, Mom. And she's like, why? I've been like taking pictures of everyone. I'm like, Mom, like, stop.
Wait, who did you go to? I can't remember. Did you go to prom with Tess? I'm trying to remember.
I went with Tess, and we went to Lauren Haybig's house, and we had a fun time. I
Yeah.
had a great prom. I mean, it was just low key. You know what the thing was? We had a party afterwards, and I left
Yeah.
early because I was going to Disney World the next day.
I kind of remember that, yeah.
So if you want your kids to behave at prom, go on a family trip the next day at like 8 a.m. flight. That's what happened. I left at like 11 p.m. I was like, I gotta go.
We went to Tessa's lake house though for after prom. I do remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. Now I went to 3 proms, dude.
I did too. I did my junior and senior.
Yeah, because I was dating Kelly her senior year when I was a freshman in college, and I came back and went to 3
That
proms.
sucks. So you were the super senior that came back. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I think I wore Converse all 3 years. Like I didn't wear nice shoes.
I remember spending a shit ton of money on renting a tux. Like my whole all my money.
Yeah, because I think we didn't get a limo or anything. And I was just like, whatever.
No, someone drove us.
Yeah,
but
it was fun though. I mean, and I remember what was it? Because it was like 007 was the 2007's like prom theme or whatever. What was ours? They wouldn't let us do an 8-ball because they thought it was like cocaine.
.08, we wanted to do like 0.08, like the legal limit.
Well, yeah, but okay, I don't remember that, but I do remember like people wanted to use like an 8-ball as like 2008, and they were like, no, that's like a cocaine reference, and we're like, really? Like we're in high school? Like enough of us would know that.
Like no one can afford cocaine here.
Yeah.
Like...
But anyway, so yeah, prom was fun. Nobody got killed. Like in this movie, SWAT team didn't show up.
This prom had confetti. I was like, damn, what prom has confetti? Our prom was just like you get a dance floor, a DJ, the food was like good. That was it. It was a nice like ballroom. It wasn't a hotel. Do proms usually do that? Is it usually at a hotel?
I do not think so. Because think about how rowdy that would.
Oh god!
And what kind of parents are like, yeah, you're 18,
like, go have sex? Like absolutely.
Yeah, that's literally all it is. Is like get drunk, have sex. Probably too stupid to use a condom. Go for it. Like
I like the one guy. I think his name is Mike or whatever. The guy who dies. He's drinking a Diet Coke disguised as a Manhattan and just like walks up like, hey, where the hell's Claire? And he's like holding like a glass like Manhattan. I'm like, you're in high school, dude.
Well,
like,
the opening when the whole prom is starting, they're all walking in. That gym teacher's like, nice try, Mr. Smith, and like takes away like
a whole bottle.
Yeah, I'm like, that kid's getting taken out right now. They're not like, all right, get out of here, you rascal. Go have fun now.
Yeah, he's going home.
Yeah, they're like, get him out of here, and he might even get expelled. But yeah, so prom, people aren't on their phones. People are sneaking in drinks. I didn't drink in my prom. I didn't do that.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
At Disney World the next day.
Can't be hungover for that.
No, hell no.
I don't know. Maybe I had a beer at Tessa's or something. I don't even know. But anyways, I want to know if your entire family got murdered and your uncle and aunt were like, hey, we want to like take care of you. Would you stay in the same town?
I'd ask to like leave, but
yeah.
I mean, I just like the ending, dude. Like the guy killed her mom, her brother, her dad, her like awesome boyfriend. I was like gonna like stay. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna go to state. I'm like, I'm gonna stay with you.
Yeah.
And like I'm really nice to you. I'm not like pressuring you into anything. And like kills. And then like Idris Elba has like the balls to say it's finally over. And she's like, yeah, it's finally over. What, like, at what cost? Like,
yeah.
I lost everything.
It's finally over for you, Idris Elba. Now you can go write your book about you. Kind of like, my life is over. Everyone I know and care about is
My
dead. All
best friend's dead, like, her boyfriend's a mess. My boyfriend it's just like, ugh.
dealing with the murder of my family. Like,
Everyone in my school is gonna blame me for ruining their prom, like
yeah, if they make a Prom Night 2, I don't think it's gonna be like Brittany Snow's killing it. It's like, nah, Brittany Snow's
she didn't
prob
wanna be there. She didn't wanna be in this movie.
yeah, I think she did. This was at the beginning of her career, man.
Yeah, I guess. I just there's moments where I'm like, "Oh god," I can just tell she's, like, doesn't like what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She was fine in this movie, and there wasn't like a lot of acting required from a lot of people. But back to what you were saying about the boyfriend being a good dude. Dude, it's kind of weird. There wasn't really like an asshole in this movie. Like all of the guys were kind of like nice.
The one guy with, like, the Manhattan was kinda mean to Claire, like, he didn't like her, like, dancing with other people, like, talking to other dudes. It
Oh
was a
yeah.
little, like, toxic, I
That's
guess.
right. Okay, there was that. I guess I was thinking about that Chrissy prom queen girl who was just like, well, what if like what is his name wins? And that other guy was like, he probably
Dude,
will. He's all-star quarterback. Like he probably is gonna win. It was very I kinda like that.
I like the whole side story with her, like, she wants to be prom queen, and then she, like, finds out she's not prom queen by finding the envelope, and, like, that never amounted to anything. There's no payoff for that.
I
It's like
know.
it's just like, "Oh, this girl just found out she's not prom queen, and that's it."
And we're like supposed to kind of care. We're like, oh,
Oh, I love it.
okay. Dude, like that's the thing. This movie, it's so forgettable. Like I just watched it and I don't remember like anything that
I
happened.
blacked out for an hour and a half.
Does Chrissy die? The prom queen girl?
Her friend?
Like no, like the mean girl that like
No, no, she doesn't die.
dude, that's
No.
like they try to make you hate her from the start, even from the dream sequence where they're like, if you don't try out for cheerleading, like Chrissy might get it. And then even the mom's like, why do you girls hate that girl so much? And she's like, it's a long story, mom. And then 4 years later, they're like, oh, it's Chrissy.
And she's like, "At least my family's alive." Like
Oh my God. Yeah.
it's like one of those, like, bullies is like, "Who says shit like that?"
She's
Like
the real villain and she gets away. Yeah. Yeah. So the murderer, this guy does not look like a murderer who's been locked up for 4 years. He legitimately looks like that guy's going to be on the cover of Men's Health next week.
Yeah.
And he escapes, does basically nothing to his face. Like Michael Myers puts a mask on because he's like, hey, they're going to recognize me. This guy's like, nah, I'm just going to wear a baseball hat. I'm good. And then gets into the hotel on this prom night. Hotel staffs are disappearing left and right, and nobody calls the cops. It's just so many like stupid moments in this movie.
Yeah. It's a little over the top. I like the part too, the fire alarm.
Yeah.
You hear the fire alarm, it's just like, "You must run. It's time to leave." It's like, what fire alarm has, like, announcements like that? I've never
Dude,
heard that before.
actually, the night I watched Prom Night, my entire house's smoke detectors all went off at once. And my roommates are like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, I don't know. And we're all like freaking. It would not stop. We had to rip all of them out of the ceiling, dude.
Oh, that's not good.
I know. We were like, is this carbon monoxide? Like, we're all still here, so I don't know.
Well, good thing you're that would be bad. Like,
Yeah, but they wouldn't stop it. We took the batteries out, we're ripping it out of the wall. All of them in the entire house are going off. So we're like, all right, something's up. But
oh, it sucks. Yeah,
anyway.
but this fire alarm sounded like Cortana from Halo.
There is a fire. Please.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Idris Elba, hey.
He definitely wanted to be in this movie.
He definitely did not. Well,
Yeah, he's yeah, sorry.
He was in 28 Weeks Later the year before, and that movie was awesome.
Yeah, the movie's sick. Love that movie.
But then I think this is like right as his career was starting to like really take off, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna kind of transition into American, films, because 28 Weeks Later is a British American movie. Like this Prom Night, straight up American. So he's kind of cracking that nut, but dude, he's so much better than this movie.
Yeah, he brought a good like presence to this movie, like a huge cop that's like, don't mess with this guy.
Well, same with, I don't know if you recognize the guy from Sinister, and also he plays Eddie in It Chapter 2, older Eddie. He was like the young cop with the glasses who just randomly has his throat slit in the driveway at the end.
Shit, that was him. I knew him from something. Thank you for pointing that out.
He's always playing kind of just like squirrely cops. He's in both the Sinister movies.
Shit, that was him. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're like, all right, there's a couple people making it. One thing I really thought was interesting too is the boyfriend character. The actor's name is Scott Porter. Guess how old he was in this movie? The boyfriend that's like, I'm a nice guy. Like, you got to go to Brown. Like, you're better than me. Like, how old do you think that guy was in this movie?
I think Brittany Snow is 22.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess 25.
Try 31.
That makes me feel good. Like, I could definitely be in a high school movie.
I mean, I could not believe because all the other people, yeah, they're in their early 20s, like maybe 23, 24. This guy's 31. They're like, yeah, you could be in high school, so, and they just bring him in.
Imagine being in a movie and just talking about like, oh yeah, I could get into Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, that's so
Well,
weird.
so he played the boyfriend, I guess, and doesn't really do anything. I think he gets killed. Literally, I can't remember any of the kills in this movie. I can't remember any of them.
Well, Lisa dies, and she goes into like a room or floor that's like being refurbished. And then, do you remember her boyfriend like coming down to that floor and be like, Lisa,
Yep.
Lisa? It's like, why on earth would you expect Lisa to be down there? I don't know. I thought that was so random.
I mean, she was.
Yeah, she was, but like, come on.
I
Like,
know.
he doesn't know she's running from a killer. It made no sense. It made zero sense.
Dude, it's like impossible to make a good PG-13 slasher. I mean, part of
Oh,
it,
PG-13. Yeah.
yeah, part of it is like the gore is part of it, and also just like, you see a person get stabbed and they have a knife in them and they're crawling and there's blood everywhere. You're like, oh man. But all of these kills, it felt like very intimate stabs, and then they're just like on the ground and they're gone. There's no blood.
There needs to be like more shock value and like cooler stuff that happens that like is the reason why movies are like, obviously, what's the movie that comes to mind with the transgender like in the cabin or like in the
Oh, Sleepaway Camp?
sleepaway camp? Yeah, like that's why it's R. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they swear a lot too. I mean, also like the kills.
That movie's ridiculous.
But
Not
dude,
to
I can remember I haven't seen Sleepaway Camp since we did the episode. I remember not all the kills, but a lot of the kills. The arrow that goes through the guy's throat.
Yeah.
Remember what they take the hair straightener and shove it up the girl. Like I
Dude, that
remember
movie's
these.
movie's out of control. But like that's like what I'm saying. Like this movie has nothing. Like in 5 years, someone's gonna be like, "Have you ever seen Prom Night?" I'm like, "I think I did."
I
I don't
know.
remember a damn thing about it
I
though.
already thought I'd seen it, and I didn't. Like and then rewatching it, I'm like, I might have seen this. I don't even know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do have a sequel idea. If you
Oh, I don't. Keep going.
Oh, dude, I feel like this is a softball pitch of an idea, but today's episode of Wheel of Horror is brought to you by Bard's Clothing. Remember that one time you bought a Cool Cat shirt, and now you get bombarded with calls and ads for Cool Cat shirts? Well, at Bard's Clothing, the focus is on you and your story. A custom clothing company producing casual knits, button-down shirts, suits, and much more. All of Bard's clothing garments are created right here in America, so you don't have to worry about slave labor or killing the environment. Buying with intention to tell your story has never been easier. Go to bardsclothing.com to book an appointment, and be sure to follow them at Bard's Clothing on Instagram. Think about it. 10-year high school reunion. Brittany Snow's back.
Yeah, everyone's talking about one thing that happened in high school that one night
I
in
mean,
prom.
yeah, so like she goes back, and then there's a copycat killer at the 10-year reunion.
Copycat killer.
Well, because there's no way this guy's alive.
Oh, he's dead. He's
Yeah,
dead.
they
Yeah.
shot him so many times, and like the nightmare's over.
It's his twin brother. Like, oh.
Or that twin brother. Love that. Oh, that's even better. He's got a twin brother.
That's equally obsessed with her.
There we go. He's got a twin brother who's equally as obsessed with her. He's been biding his time, and now he wants to recreate the prom night on the next most significant event in your high school career, your 10-year reunion.
You go to your 10-year high school reunion, you're just a couple martinis in, talking like, "Oh yeah, you're the girl that like ruined our prom." Like, yeah, I remember it. Not like
There's nobody that should blame Brittany Snow.
No,
but
no,
if they do,
well, Chrissy definitely is.
Boom, Chrissy's still alive. So yeah, okay, we got Chrissy, we got Idris Alba. He's gonna come back and be like,
I want bodyguards out like both exits.
I got promoted to sergeant. It's like, oh,
Brittany Snow's going out tonight. Like,
yeah. So so there we go. It's a 10-year reunion back in Bridgeport High.
Oh yeah, so this is supposed to be like Oregon?
It's Oregon, yeah.
Yeah. I looked at Bridgeport. It's like the Bridgeport is not like that.
No, if you type in Bridgeport into Google, the first thing that comes up is Bridgeport, Connecticut, like mass shootings or whatever. That's the first thing that comes up, and it's
City
not.
of Dreams. City of Dreams.
But this is Bridgeport, Oregon, I think.
I lived there for 2 years when I was going to school.
You're a brave man. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
The most dangerous city in New England.
Pretty bad.
They're never going to make a sequel to this because it's just like
Nah, I mean, it did make its money back, so never say
Yeah,
never.
but like if they're going to make a
Why?
sequel, they probably would have made it in like 2010, like not
Yeah.
now. Like it's so random. But I don't know. I think if they had to, because they made sequels to the originals. I'm not sure what those are, but
I also thought too when they found Lisa's body like, her throat was slit in like that refurbished room. I thought she was somehow going to still be alive at the end because they don't like really like check her like that well. But I know that's a crazy reach, but I thought that was going to be like the one like silver lining at the end. Like, oh, my boyfriend's dead and my family's still dead, but like, hey, Lisa's made it
Yeah.
when they thought she was dead. I don't know.
This movie felt like the ending though, like they couldn't wait to get out. Like the credits started like before the camera even started fully panning
Yeah,
out. They were just
it's
like,
finally over. Though it's already on like the gaffer.
yeah,
Like,
like it really did feel like that. Like you're just kind of like, oh, the the credits are starting like as the last line is being delivered because like we gotta get out of here. This movie also has the worst cover of Time of the Season I've ever heard in my life. Like that opening score. Did you notice that?
yeah, why that song? Is it like prom season? It's
I
the time of the season. Ugh.
It was really bad. It didn't even have the cool like piano part. It's like ding ding ding. Like I was like, oh come on. Yeah, I don't know. Like there was something about '90s and 2000s movies where they just were like, let's take like cool songs from the '60s and '70s and try to make them like sad and dark, and it just never works. Scream did it too, or not Scream. What was it? I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah,
That opened up on some like horrible cover, and I remember you and I were both like, no.
don't do that. Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder why they wouldn't just use the original one. Maybe because it's not like creepy enough. I don't know.
probably. I mean, probably can't afford the rights to it.
They just get like some dudes like, yeah, my cousin like did a cover, and like,
Yeah, probably. I will say this though, that I don't remember the end credit song. I just remember it being bad. But the end credit is like, imagine like the director and like post just like, so how do you want to like end this? Just do a fucking slideshow of prom. Like
yeah,
them dancing.
that's it basically.
So bad. It like ruins. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, dude, this movie. That's the thing. It's forgettable. It's just very, very forgettable. There's really nothing about it that you're like, oh, what about that one part? Or like, oh, the ending's really good. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You just know who the killer is from the start. He never hides his face. He gets shot at the end, and that's it.
Yeah, there was one cool shot that kind of stuck out to me when he like looks in the closet and then he like his hat's down. He's wearing like a dark baseball cap and then he like looks up. I thought that was a pretty unique shot.
Was that when he grabbed Brittany Snow and he just Alba walks in with a gun?
I don't think no, that was different. It was like with the guy who like went up to check. Where's Claire? Like, and he goes
Oh
up to
yeah, I do
he's just
remember
in
that.
the closet. That was a cool shot. I gotta give that kudos. I like that.
Well, I guess the scene I was talking about where Brittany Snow goes in the closet and he's just in the closet and grabs her, and then Idris Alba comes in with a gun. Like, you're not going to see the body outlines
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
closet. It's not like it's a completely closed door. So I was like,
Also, that bathroom is like totally white. One drop of blood, and that's like all over the place.
well, yeah, I think this movie they couldn't show a lot of blood. I think that's kind of part of it.
Yeah, the stab wounds were just like little red markings, like little like.
Dude, it was though. It seriously was. And I don't know if you noticed this, but at the end, when they shoot the bad guy, I don't even know his freaking name, but they shoot him like 3 or 4 times.
I don't even know the bad guy's name. Oh
They
god.
cut back and forth to like him getting shot, then to the guy shooting him, then back to him. The bullet wounds aren't even there, Eric. I'm serious. I was watching. I was like, he just got shot in the shoulder like 3 times. There's no bullet holes.
Jeez Louise. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
mess. It's a freaking
Is
mess.
it the budget? Is it PG-13? We'll never know.
I'm gonna go PG-13 because this movie had $20 million. I don't think it was because they couldn't show it. I think it's because they can't show it. You know, that's really
Yeah, they want to keep it PG-13.
yeah.
Get like the youths to go see it before their prom.
I really think that's it. I think that's the entire thing. Like, listen, this movie's either gonna make its budget back in like a week and a half, or no one's gonna see it ever.
Yeah, these kids kind of sucked too. There was like no like good banter really.
Yeah.
Like, even the Christie scenes. So like I kind of rooted for the killer at moments. I was like, I hope the guy gets them all.
That's the thing. Most slasher movies at least have like the stoner, the preppy.
Well, that reminds me, who's that guy? Or it's like Rick or something. Like he's like this, like I don't know, like guy. It's like, hey Rick, like why didn't you tell me about Claire going back up to the suite? He's like you didn't ask me. Like, or he says something like that. Remember?
Yeah.
When they're outside evacuating. He's like, she went back up to your suite, dude. It's like, you couldn't tell me that sooner. Remember, he says, he's like, I don't know, I was eating Skittles. Like,
Yeah. Okay. So he's the dumb character. It's like
so dumb. They made him like so dumb.
well, I think the other problem is like everybody looks the same. Like everybody's in tuxedos and dresses, so it's hard to be like, oh, that's like the athletic guy, and like that's the stoner guy, and that's the nerdy guy. Like it's hard to get that vibe when everybody's wearing the same outfit. So it's
Oh,
yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to make a good movie. The other thing is like So they all know what this guy looks like, right? He's not hiding his face. And then the SWAT team gets it. We got every door in this entire place covered. There's no way he's getting out. And then he just walks out the front door.
Dressed as a SWAT guy.
No, he's dressed as a bellhop or something from the
No,
hotel.
he was dressed as one of the cops,
He
one of Idris
was?
Elba's guys. Yeah, who also had blonde hair.
So then,
And he's walking out like at least give him like shaved head to make
what?
him like look somewhat similar.
God damn it. Yeah. So like he's not like, hey, that's not one of my
It's
guys.
so stupid.
Yeah. So then all of the resources, like the SWAT team shows up to catch one guy, and they can't even do that.
He gets out easily, dressed as them.
How did the boyfriend die? How did he die? He's like in her bed. She's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then goes
She
back.
fell asleep and he slit his throat.
Oh my God.
You know what I love? That they bring her back to her house after prom. Like, go back home. Like, it's like they would 100% bring her to a police station, not use her as bait like that.
Dude, okay, here's the biggest plot hole in the movie. You just reminded me. If this guy escapes a mental asylum or jail or whatever he's in, and they're like, well, we shouldn't ruin her prom. Like, let's let her have fun until something happens or whatever. The second they know that this guy's got out of jail,
Get her out.
they go get Brittany Snow. They're like, listen, we can't risk this. We gotta get you out of here.
That's kind of what they do, but like the
No.
timing just doesn't make any sense.
The second the police officers know, like, okay, this guy's out of jail, Brittany Snow is getting into protected custody. She's not like,
Yeah, going to a safe house like 2 states away.
they're taking her because like the entire reason this guy's in jail is because of his obsession with her. It's her prom night. He's probably coming back, and that's exactly what happens. But they're like, well, we don't know that's gonna happen, and then it does.
Prom night. It's a prom night. We're not gonna ruin her prom.
It's literally what happens. They're like, well, like maybe if one person dies, and we'll do something. But like until then, we don't know that this guy could just be going to like somewhere else. It's like no.
But anyway, so they bring her to her house. But the best part of that whole scene was her parents will be right down the hall, honey. Remember they say that?
Yeah.
It's like the last thing you would do is leave this girl alone at all.
Yeah.
Period.
Like we're sleeping in the same room tonight. We're all together.
We're gonna have a cop with us. Like it's gonna be great. I also hate bringing this up, and I'll start with I like Brittany Snow. I do. She's a scar on her forehead that's a little distracting. I don't know if you noticed that, but like every time she like there's a full like her face would be the whole screen. And I didn't Google it. I was like looking up Brittany Snow, and it came up that she fell on a brick when she was 3 years old and split her head open, and that's why she has that scar. But she embraces it.
Good.
And she doesn't want to get plastic surgery. She could easily fix it, but she was like, you know what? No. But like I'm just like watching it. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty wide up.
I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, she's still like gorgeous, beautiful actress, but yeah, she does have a pretty big scar. I mean, I never noticed it until this movie. So I don't know. I just watched her and X, that new movie that just came out, which is really good, Eric. You should see that. If you're gonna watch a Brittany Snow movie, don't watch this. Watch
that one. I want to watch. That's on my to watch list for sure.
Yeah, I'm very surprised because you see her in this, and she's like, quiet little high school girl. In this movie, she's full blown nude porn star. So it's
that's A24.
That's A24. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch. I like everything A24 does.
Also, it's directed by Ty West, who directed and wrote House of the Devil. Remember that movie we watched?
That movie was great.
So it's his follow-up horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Brittany Snow is really good in X. So you're like, okay, like I think she's found her stride. Like she's a good actress.
Pitch Perfect. Seen all 3 of those.
Oh yeah.
She's one of the acapella girls.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You're like, okay, Eric, yeah. Like, let's move on.
Well, no, I just don't know much about those movies. But the scar, yeah, she does have a scar. And it is pretty prominent in this film. But who cares? I love you, Brittany Snow. You're awesome.
Just wanted to bring that up.
Just
Very
wanted
important.
to bring that up.
I know we're wrapping up soon, but like I just like the ending of this movie. It's just like, what's this guy's game plan? Like the killer. Like we're just gonna hide in this closet forever now that I have you.
Yeah.
Like, does he want to like